Hey everyone, so this is just going to be a quick video reviewing how to plot points on a coordinate plane. This is in case you've forgotten how to do this. If you're thinking, why are we watching this video? I already know how to do this, then you don't need to watch the rest of this video. This is just if you're stuck on the homework, you're struggling to plot points, you needed a quick review. So what we have in front of us, of course, is the coordinate plane. The coordinate plane is a plane. That means it goes on forever in all directions. It's a flat surface. And we can see that this coordinate plane and all coordinate planes have two lines, kind of key lines that divide it up. The first line, the x-axis, that's the one that goes across. So this is the x-axis. And then, of course, we also have this line that goes up and down. We call that the y-axis. So we've got the x-axis and the y-axis. I actually don't need those labels because they are labeled right here. X and Y. Now, let's say we wanted to plot a point. Let's say we wanted to plot the point 3, 2. Usually we put parentheses around a point, but if you forget, that's okay. If we want to plot a point, what we do is the first number is always the x coordinate, and the second number is always the y coordinate, so x, comma, y. So the first number tells us how far to go from side to side on the x-axis. So in this case, 3, we go over 1, 2, 3. The second number is the y coordinate, so that tells us where to go up or down on the y-axis. It's 2, so we go up 1, 2. Now you don't actually need these dots. You're just going to plot a point at the final spot. And if you look, that point should line up with a 3 on the x-axis and a 2 on the y-axis. And there you have it. Here is one point plotted. Let's take another point. Let's do, I don't know, let's say, we'll call this point B, and it will be 5, -1. So here we've got 5, -1. We're following the same pattern. We're counting over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We always go side to side first because that's the x-axis. This time it's a -1, so instead of going up, we're going to go down, and we're going to end up at this point right here. This will be point B. Now, you can also go backwards. For example, let's say that I plotted a point right here. We'll call this new point, point C. Now, you can find the coordinates of point C by figuring out where is it on the x-axis and where is it on the y-axis. So the x-axis, of course, is the one that goes side to side, so we want to see where does point C line up going side to side, and it's right between -2 and -4, which means it's -3. So for point C, the x-coordinate is going to be -3. Then we want to see where it lines up on the y-axis going up and down. So we count 1, 2, 3. We count over. Sorry, we don't count over. We just go over to see where it would line up. And in this case, it's 4. Another way you could do is just count how far up did you have to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we see that point C would be -3, 4. If you wanted to check that, of course, you could check it just like we plotted either of these points. I'll use a different color here. So we want to check point C, -3, which means over 3, side to side in the negative direction. So 1, 2, 3, and then +4, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that gets us right back to point C. If you had gone to check your work and found out you were in a different spot, then you would know you must have gotten the coordinates wrong. The most common mistake people make is they count the y first and then the x. They want to count up or down first. No, you always count side to side on the x-axis and then up or down when you're plotting points. And then when you're trying to find the coordinates of a point you've already plotted, just look at how they line up. So for the x-axis, you just look, where does it line up on the x-axis? Where does it line up on the y-axis? And if you ever forget, write this down, memorize it, x, comma, y. The x always comes before the y. I hope this has been helpful. If you still have questions, send me an email, but otherwise, have a great day. Bye.